dish. Dapat sa Bunsen burner ni guys, dapat sa blue flame nyo siya i-heat, tanan nga i-sterilize nyo na equipment. For example, the slide or the Petri dish, dapat sa blue flame because that is the hottest flame sa aton nga Bunsen burner. Then the incubator, it allows the microbial growth on a suitable medium. So after you put the microorganism sa atin na culture media, ibutang na siya sa incubator para mag-grow siya. This is an example of an incubator, though ref siya. So may suitable environment na da for a growth of specific organism. Then we have the Petri dish. It handles the growth of microorganism. So it is used in solid culture media. Then we have the test tube for liquid agar and agar slants. So broth agar. Then we have the autoclave. Ang autoclave, guys, it is, all of the materials here are the one similar or the one that we have in the laboratory. So, nag-micro kami sa una, we borrow the lab from MedTech because we don't have this in our pharmacy laboratory. So, ang autoclave is also the same. Autoclave is used to sterilize or eradicate microorganisms sa aton ng mga equipment or sa aton materials. So, for the agar plate preparation, we have the plain agar plate first, diba, sa aton nga activity or sa aton dry lab. The ingredient would be 5.2 grams of agar powder and 100 ml of distilled water. The equipment to be used would be lab thermometer para ma-measure ang temperature later, the glass stirring rod for stirring Petri dish, it will serve as the container, the beaker or the flask to measure the liquid, and the autoclave for sterilization. Then, for plain agar preparation, of course, you need to obtain 10 ml of the ionized water or distilled water in a grad cylinder or graduated cylinder. Weigh 5.2 grams of agar powder. Add the powder to the flask. So, sa agar preparation, guys, it is the same as mixing a gelatin, ang gelatin mixture. So, it is also the same. It is just that we need to sterilize it and add some ingredients for them to, or for it to have, or to be able to grow bacteria. So, sa plain agar preparation, ang aton gina-use dapat, the ionized water or distilled water. So, you need to stir it for 25 minutes. Tapos, ang 25 ml na water, i-add mo siya after stirring. So, stir the solution until visible clumps have broken down, or for faster dissolution of the agar powder, you need to heat to boiling para mas ma-dissolve siya. And ang iyan dapat na result would be a clear liquid. And then, you need to cover the flask with the aluminum foil. Tapos, this is for sterilization na guys. So, i-cover mo siya with aluminum foil. Tapos, i-autoclave for 15 minutes at 121 degrees Celsius, 15 PSI. So, remember it, sa autoclaving, you will be using it in your quality control also. And here in microbiology. So, for autoclave, 15 minutes, 15 PSI, 121 degrees Celsius. It will go out in the reviews and in board exam. Nagawa mo na siya sa amin for autoclave. So, number 9, take it out from the autoclave while stirring. And dapat i-measure niyo sa guys. So, kung prepare ka mo plain agar, dapat may unay ka mo temperature. Kaya kung mag-cool, dapat 45 degrees lang siya. From the temperature halin sa autoclave, dapat 45 degrees. So, bantayan nyo nga mag-45 degrees siya. Tapos, amo na pag-transfer nyo or pag-transfer ta sa atin na Petri dish. So, the proper handling of Petri dish during transfer should be ang atin pinky finger and the ring should hold the bottom part of the Petri dish, and ang ating thumb Kag ang index finger ta ma-hold sa top, as well as the middle finger. So, here on the left side is the proper holding. So, dapat guys, hindi ni siya amugid ni ang iyang distance because ang matabo nila is basi may microorganism nga ga-float sa aton air makakadto da sa petri dish kag basi magtubo siya sa aton culture media. So ang proper way gid kani nga ginagamit is or ang proper way of transferring is dapat ara ta sa sealed na environment nga wala sang mga particles nga or naka-filter siya, may filter. So this is the proper way of handling the petri dish. So dapat gina-flame pa na siya. So are you? Number 14, pass the petri dish through heat 3 times for sterilization. So i-flame nyo na siya. Pero be careful, especially here in our practice. Ang ating petri dish is plastic. Kaya i-discard nyo na siya. Culture media siya. So, ang culture media, once nga mag-grow na ang microorganism, ihaboy ta na siya or you need to properly discard it. So, hindi ta na pag i-reuse ang petri dish. So, most of us were using plastic na petri dish and plastic is very sensitive to heat, diba? So, be careful when you pass the petri dish into the heat. And then, after we pass it to the heat, you prepare or you pour the prepared agar dish until the surface is covered. So, wala ni siya measure kung anong katamoon. But your indicator is that the whole surface of the petri dish, wala na siya empty spaces. So, na-cover na siya. And wala bubbles. So, for the storage, pag pour nyo, rotate the plates upside down to prevent moisture from condensing in the agar plate. So, sa storage ni guys, of course, pamanhon nyo siya anay. The indicator nga nagmala na siya or nag-solidify na, ang aton nga agar is daw opaque na iya, daw hindi na siya clear or hindi na siya transparent. So, that's the indicator nga pwede na siya or mala na siya. And then, i-turn nyo siya upside down so that the moisture will go into the cover of the petri dish, hindi siya magkadto sa aton nga agar mismo. So, stack them in upside down, and then if you're planning to use it later, store the plates in a plastic sealed packets to prevent the moisture from escaping the plate. So, kung dugay niyo pa siya igamiton, isil niyo siya anay sa plastic. Also, what we do here para ma-ensure pagid nga sterile siya, you stay it or butang siya naman sa incubator and then let's see if the microorganism would grow or you can autoclave it for some minutes. Then for the technique, the base of the plate must be covered with agar, and the agar must not touch the lid of the plate and the surface must be smooth with no bubbles. So, dapat ang aton nga plate, hindi siya mag-touch sa agar. Tapos, i-amat-amat, hindi nyo siya pag i-open. Since, di ba, ang petri dish is wide mouth. Kumbaga, ka wide mouth bottle siya. You just open it a little and you pour it. Ang area lang, gamayon nyo lang opening kaya mas gamay ang chance na may makasulod nga microorganism. So, to fasten and ensure the dissolution, naman guys, i-heat nyo ang agar before nyo sa i-subject sa autoclaving. And another way of dissolving the dry ingredient is to boil the water first before mixing. So, sa agar plate or sa agar plate nga mag-dissolve, dapat para mas dasig, i-boil ta ang water, tapos ang boiled water, amo na nang ibutang ta or i-mix ta with the agar powder para mas dasig pagid iya dissolution. But anyway, you can do it in those all different ways. Importante ma-dissolve ta ang agar pag mahimo siya or sterile lang ang aton nga pagka-obra. Next one, we have agar plate, blood agar plate. For blood agar, may ara na siya agar powder, or there are other way nga gina-introduce ang agar ang blood sa pagkatapos himo sang agar plate. So, and we need 1 liter of distilled powder. So, here, in our step, ay na di kung paano nga wala, hindi siya blood agar powder. So, follow the step from 1 to 9 of plain agar preparation. We need to go back it. So, dissolve. Nag-cook lang ka mo gelatin. It's just that it needs autoclaving and sterilization. And then, ang cooling naman ni sa blood agar is 50 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees Celsius. Diba sa aton plain agar, it's 45 degrees Celsius. So, dito sa blood agar plate, you put the thermometer and then you see until nga mag 50 degrees Celsius na sa. And then, aseptically add 5% to 7% sterile defibrinated horse, sheep blood, and selective supplement as required. So, 5%. What does it mean? Diba? 5% is over 100. So, pag percent, ba't ganun guys, over 100 na siya. So, 5 ml over 100 ml. So, 5 ml of your blood over 100 ml of your water. So, amo na siya. Then, next number 4, we have pour into plate by following step 12 to 15. So, amo naman na ang pouring. So, ang difference ng sa blood agar plate is that we need to add defibrinated blood or horse sheep blood. Ang iban, they add expired human blood. So, di ba, ang blood sa blood bank, it would only last for a certain amount of time, and then i-discard na nila kaya hindi na siya effective, or it will be known as this expired blood. So, mo na gina-use nila sa agar plate also. For the chocolate agar, the same preparation. You just need to hold the temperature at 75 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius until the blood becomes chocolate brown in color. So, muna na siya ilang kinalain. For the nutrient agar, ang ingredient would be peptone, beef extract, 1.5% agar, and NaCl or sodium chloride. So, percent guys, again, over 100, you can multiply it. Kung 100 ml lang inyo i-prepare, that means 5 ml si peptone, 3 ml si beef extract, 15 ml si agar, and 0.5 ml si NaCl, 0.5 ml si peptone, 0.3 ml si beef extract, and 1.5 ml si agar. So, sa nutrient broth, heat 10 ml of water. Again, this is another technique, guys, para mas madasig i-dissolve ang aton nga agar. I-heat mo ang water to boiling ang 10 ml, tapos i-add mo ang dry ingredient. Tapos, stir constantly until dissolution. Ang dissolution, again, dapat clear. Kasi ganon, ang aton nga agar powder had already been dissolved. So, slowly add the remaining 90 ml after the dissolution. Tapos, i-autoclave siya for 15 minutes at 15 PSI, 121 degrees Celsius. And then, repeat steps for pouring and storage. So, that's all for our agar plate or culture media. We move on to our staining method. I still have 10 minutes. So, sustaining method, guys, we are very accustomed with this. Nang makabalo na tani, we discuss it onto the lecture. I will just like to highlight some important parts like the mordant, the dye, the primary stain, the secondary stain or the counter stain, and the decolorizer. Oh no, just wait lang. Can you see my slide, guys? Ga-move siya. Can you see my slide moving? Anyone? Wala? Wala siya ga-move?
Ara, miss.
Ga-move,
Ara,
miss.
miss.
Okay, thank you. So, sa post-laboratory discussion, staining method, guys, ang maningin uplan nyo sa last Monday. So, we have simple stain. Staining method to generally determine the cell shape, size, and arrangement. Simple staining determines cell shape, size, and arrangement. Tapos, it involves only one stain in the process. That would be either methylene blue, crystal violet, or safranine. Manang dye nga gina-use. So, here is an example of the stain. Sa methylene blue, we have here our specimen is the squamous epithelium in our mouth. So, gina-scrape ang sides ng ating mouth, tapos ginabutang na siya. I don't know, but did you do this in your anatomy, di ba? Nahimo to ni sa anatomy. You're scraping our mouth, tapos stain to siya. Then we have on the right part, we have crystal violet stain. For the crystal violet stain, we have here a cocci, and it's in the form of clusters, or it's staphylococci. And then we have in the safranine a bacilli, so rod-shaped bacilli. So the process first is preparation of slide. The same, guys, you need to ensure a clean and dry slide. Tapos, sterilize nyo siya. So, ang flame kag ang inoculating loop dapat sterilize. Ang slide kag ang inoculating loop dapat sterilize. So, i-pass through the flame sa blue heat, sa blue flame para ma-sterilize siya. Because that is the hottest part of the flame. So, preparation of the smear would be placing the liquid into the slide. Of course, before you place the liquid into the slide, you need to pass the inoculating loop or inoculating needle sa flame until it reddens. Tapos, pass mo siya sa flame 3 times. Tapos, makuha ka mo to sa specimen or sa culture media, and then you place it on the slide. And then, you spread it over the slide in a circular motion, some of which ginamark nila kung din ang area maging butangan nila. And then, you air dry or heat fix it gently. When dry, briefly heat fix the cell to the slide. So, i-dry nyo siya anay, or i-heat nyo, or tapos i-heat fix para hindi mag-move and magatay ito na microorganism. So, it is for sterilization ang heating or ang flaming. And then, you need to flood it with one of the staining solutions and allowing it to remain covered with a stain. So, ang kada data, may siya specific minute para mag-stick ang stain. For methylene blue, we have 1 minute. For crystal violet, we need to remain it covered for 20 seconds, and carbofuscin is the fastest. So 20 seconds. And then, after that, after the time is up, you need to rinse it. Rinse the stain in running water and dry it by blotting. So, meron na da bacteria nga nagka-obtain sa stain. So, pag-blot, dry, and then examine it under the microscope. For differential staining, differential, di ba, may gina-distinguish niya among groups or differences. So, gina-contrast niya. So, ang pinaka-common for differential staining is the Gram staining. We will be discussing it into the next slide. But first, you need to know the definitions of mordant. Mordant is the ion that binds a chemical dye and it holds it down. So, muna siya ang kapastay sa aton na dye, mordant. Primary stain, it imparts color to all cells, while the counter stain is the stain with color contrasting the principal stain. Next one we have, ang decolorizer naman guys, it is the one that dehydrates the peptidoglycan layer, shrinking and tightening it. So, ang decolorizer guys, gina-seal niya ang primary stain sa bacterial cell. The mordant is the one nga ginapabind niya chemically ang aton na stain. And the counter stain is for the contrast. Mordant, ginapastain niya. Si decolorizer, ginaseal ang aton na stain. For Gram staining procedure, first you need to apply the crystal violet. Of course, nakasmear na kamo and everything. So, i-apply nyo ang purple dye, the crystal violet dye. And then, we need to apply iodine as the mordant para magstay ang aton nga stain or ang aton nga dye. And then, we will be washing it with the alcohol as the decolorizer. And safranin will be our counter stain. For those microorganisms nga hindi ma-stain sa crystal violet, we will be staining it with safranin. So, application of safranin is our counter stain. Our agents used, crystal violet is the primary stain again, mordant is the iodine, decolorizer is acetone or alcohol, and counter stain is safranin. So, that's the Gram staining procedure. Next one is the acid-fast stain. Acid-fast stain are for those nga hindi ma-stain through Gram staining. Usually, for example, that's Mycobacterium, Nocardia, and the Mycoplasma. So, acid-fast stain gamitan ta sa ila. For acid-fast stain, apply carbolfuchsin as the primary stain. And then, you need to apply heat. Ang aton mordant sa acid-fast is heat lang. So, you need to heat it. And then, the alcohol, acid alcohol, that's the sulfuric acid, sa aton decolorizer, and methylene blue as our counter stain. For non-acid fast, ila color is blue. For acid fast, it would be pinkish red or pinkish purple sa aton na carbolfuchsin due to the carbolfuchsin. So this is the acid fast microorganism in or under the microscope. So on pink, that's the acid fast. For the blue, these are the non-acid fast organisms. So that's the end of our discussion for laboratory. Shocked 11:30. So we will be starting with midterms na guys.